want to pop over
I
so
know,
bad.
I screwed up.
Yeah,
I was going to bring some.
I'm so angry at you.
It would be your first, right? You never had one.
I've never had a popover, but the way you've described them and the way they're described in that story.
Oh, Minnesotans know. And we'll explain coming up in this hour of Sunrise. So stick around. But first, let's say good morning to meteorologist Guy Brown. Tuesday is looking pretty good.
It is. Just look at it. You can see here from our sky camera. You got some beautiful colors there in the sunrise. 64, 8 a.m. and then temperatures right around 74 by 11. Temperatures make it today to 84 later this afternoon, which is seasonal for this time of year. You have bad, not the best air, right? Yet unhealthy for sensitive groups in northwestern Minnesota. That should stay north today. That's where air quality alerts are active. Right now, temperatures are in the low 60s if you're getting ready to step out with comfortable dew points. Nice, calm west-southwest wind, at least light right now at 3 miles per hour. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning. We do have a situation right now on 35W southbound near Blaine. This is between exit 36 and 33 to Lexington Avenue Northeast. 2 vehicles not blocking any traffic, but on the shoulder, so just be cautious as you are driving by if you take 35W northbound this morning. Drive times if you're coming in from the northwest suburbs, Monticello to the Fish Lake Split, looking good this morning, about a 19-minute drive time. Jason and Alicia, good morning.
Good morning, Megan. Thank you. Now to our top story, the future of Minneapolis's police department's 3rd precinct.
In just a few hours, Minneapolis City Council President Andrea Jenkins will present a new option on what to do with the abandoned building. Now, you might remember the old precinct burned during the riots after George Floyd's murder. It's been abandoned since then. Cece's live at City Hall ahead of the City Council meeting that's happening later today. Hey, Cece.
Hey, good morning. City Council members meeting at 10 this morning. Now, this new idea that's being presented, it's just temporary until the city can find a more permanent solution. So here's the plan. Jenkins' plan would put officers from the 3rd Precinct and 1st Precinct together in the building known as Century Plaza on the southern edge of downtown here. This new idea is coming after Minneapolis announced 2 options this spring that didn't sit well with some in the community. One option was to renovate the current location at Lake Minnehaha for $12 million. The other was to build a new precinct down the street for double the price. In a new survey in the past 24 hours, 66% of respondents picked the rebuild option. That's because many in the survey said they didn't want a precinct in the neighborhood at all.
I see this as a positive alternative to the 3rd precinct. It gives us time to really think about where, in fact, that precinct should be, or even if we should have precincts.
No word this morning on how much Jenkins' idea could cost, but if the council were to approve Jenkins' idea, then 3rd Precinct officers could move into that Century Plaza building by the end of 2024. Coming up in about 30 minutes, we'll hear what Mayor Frey has to say about this new idea. Guys.
All right, Cece, we'll check in again with you very, very soon. Thank you.
Well, today at noon, the Fargo community will start handing out free blue light bulbs in hopes of turning the city blue in honor of fallen officer Jake Wallin. There are still a lot of questions this morning surrounding his death as authorities continue to investigate Friday night's shootout. Officer Wallin, a St. Michael native, was shot and killed while investigating a car accident. Officers Andrew Dodas and Tyler Hawes were also shot and are still in critical but stable condition. As for the suspect, 37-year-old Mohammed Barakat didn't appear to be involved in the traffic accident they were investigating at the time. Officer Zach Robinson fatally shot Barakat in exchange of gunfire. 2 neighbors who lived in the same apartment building as the suspect had this to say.
He was very, didn't look up to you, really didn't really make much eye contact. It was kind of unusual.
I know every time I had an encounter with him, he was very timid, standoffish. He didn't want to be around you.
The FBI and BCI are still investigating whether this was a planned ambush.
This morning, a woman is recovering after an SUV crashed into a northeast Minneapolis restaurant. Take a look at your screens now. Police say 2 vehicles collided at the intersection of East Hennepin and 4th. One of the vehicles crashed through the front window and patio at the Stray Dog. Both SUVs had to be towed. The police say one driver went to the hospital, the other one was okay. and no one here was arrested.
6 people, including a Minnesota man, are now in custody, accused of selling stolen body parts. The 6th man was arrested after the FBI says police discovered 40 human skulls and weapons inside of a Kentucky home. According to court documents, agents tracked the man's illegal behavior through his Facebook Messenger account and posts on his Facebook page. Authorities say he's linked to a sales ring that involves a mortuary in Arkansas and the Harvard Medical School morgue. A Minnesota man also faces federal charges in the same case. Investigators say Matthew Lampy of East Bethel paid thousands of dollars to purchase remains. If convicted, those involved could face up to 15 years in prison.
Right now, a 6-week abortion ban in Iowa is on hold days after becoming law. A judge blocked the bill. It comes after 3 organizations filed a lawsuit Friday when it was signed into law. The bill bans abortions in most cases after a heartbeat is detected. Lawsuits claim the bill violates a woman's right to abortion and due process.
This morning, the driver of the pickup truck in last week's zipper merge crash now faces several citations. This is the crash caught on camera you see here on Highway 10 in Coon Rapids. According to State Patrol, the driver was cited for unsafe lane usage and for not having a valid license. Troopers say the truck also was not insured. No one was hurt in this crash.
This morning, there are new improvements at a construction zone on I-94 in the East Metro. MnDOT says they made them over the weekend to make the area between Oakdale to the St. Croix River safer for truckers. That's after they say 5 crashes in just 2 weeks happened there. Truckers tell us construction zones are always a concern for them since they're very hazardous.
9 times out of 10, those sand areas are not compacted. So we know that. So if we decide to veer off into that, we're gonna tumble down the embankment or whatever it is, because we're just gonna keep on rolling.
And some of the improvements include narrowing the right lane to make more room on the shoulder and adding reflective posts to make the edge of the road more visible. MnDOT says so far the changes seem to be helping. The project is expected to wrap up in fall of 2024. This morning, the Target Field Light Rail Station in downtown Minneapolis is back up and running. Metro Transit shut down the blue and green lines last Monday. They said crews have been working on upgrades and maintenance for the past 10 days.
Another major Minnesota company is cutting hundreds of jobs. In the last 16 hours, Allina Health announced it's going to be laying off nearly 350 employees. The company says it's because of, quote, unprecedented financial challenges. Most impacted jobs are in leadership. No medical care providers will be affected. Workers will be offered severance pay, health benefits, and outplacement resources.
A pilot program in Ramsey and Washington counties is hoping to turn food scraps into renewable energy. The program is based at the Recycling and Energy Center in Newport, which processes about 13% of the state's trash.
Material from this facility that's collected from the food scraps program is it's going to be composted in the short term and then moved toward anaerobic digestion in the long term to create a renewable biogas.
It's a really cool concept here. That service is currently available in Maplewood, Newport, Cottage Grove, and North St. Paul. If you want to participate, you have to order food scraps bags from foodscrapspickup.com and then fill them with fruit and vegetable peels, eggshells, and bones. When that bag is full, you just simply place it in your usual garbage bin, and then the facility will sort it out.
I want this to come to the West Metro.
I think it should be everywhere.
It's a pilot program, so we'll see how it works, and hopefully if it's successful, it'll expand.
Exactly.
Love that.